Hi guys, welcome back to the Book Corner. I'm Hermione, author and lover of good literature. So yes, and I'm gonna add fantasy writers. So I'm very happy about that. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the uh, the two sides of the sword when it comes to names and all that. So before I begin, I want to say that my current number count, talking about words, is 22,800. Yep, 22,800. That's how it ended. So 22,800 is the number of words I have written. I was absolutely shocked that I did 22,800, but it is what it is, and I'm very happy about that. So at the very end of the month, I will be telling you guys the page count because I will be working on the 24 pages throughout the entire month of December. December is a big day. This month was a big day. Everybody got a sweet death. I I decided not to have my artist work on that because it was just too close, and I didn't know how quickly or how slowly she was going to do it. But she will be working on the cover for the Shadow King, and I am actually going to have her also work on the cover for the Shadow Queen. Though I'm gonna talk to her brother about how am I going to pay his sister once I'm ready to get the artwork done. So I will be talking to him probably around June, and let him know, hey, we're moving down to Tennessee, but I still want to employ your sister into designing my covers. I'm definitely going to have her design the covers for all of my fantasy books. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, she will not be in college. If she's in college, I will have to employ someone else to do the cover art and all that wonderful stuff. So yeah, and she will get credit in the copyright section of it. So, anyways, so um, So let's talk about names. And this is actually going to be the last video that I will be doing about this for the year. I should be done with the book towards the end of next year, so I will definitely be having that. So, anyways, so let's talk about names. And I think the names are very, very important. So when you go to write a fantasy book and you write down the name of a town or a fishing village or whatever, it's always a good idea to make sure that name has not already been taken. And I have actually had to change the name of a couple places several times during the course of the 99 pages that I have already finished, because it were already taken by another author or by an organization or something like that. So I've had to do that. And it is annoying to no end. It is annoying because you think the name looks really cool, that it will really convey what the town looks like, but then you discover it's already been taken by someone else. So that is the annoying aspect of writing a book, especially a fantasy book. Especially if you're trying to write a fantasy book in the spirit of how fantasy books used to be written. So you got that to worry about. And you got to go back and constantly change it and everything. So what I basically do is I pick a name, like if I'm working on, say, chapter 11, and I know that chapter is going to have the name of a town, like I write down, like, this is where she's going, or this is where her companions are going, and I know it's going to include the name of a town. I always just type a random name in and see if it pops up If it hits Pater, if it doesn't, then that is the name that the town is going to be called. Because generally, really cool names have been taken up by the World of Warcraft, which is really annoying to no end. But the fun part of it is coming up with the names of these places, even if it's really annoying to begin with. As a writer, I really love the creation of the monsters and the creatures that she encounters in the first book. Definitely, I fill it up with a lot. I'm sorry about. Let me rephrase that. I am filling it up, not filled up. I'm filling it up with monsters, things that have a lot of teeth. I have one monster that shoots poison out of its mouth, which I got the idea from the spitting cobra. There are, my character Rylan, that is her name. She can transform into a dragon, which is awesome. It's one of those things that really make building this world so amazing, because you can sit there for hours and build this world and just fall in love with everything about it. So the creatures were a lot of fun to write. I actually put a description of what each of them look like in my little book Bible. And what I also did was I was thinking a lot about the clothing. What are the common man wearing, So one of the things I don't ever do is I don't include modern clothing like jeans and sweatshirts and stuff like that. Women are wearing dresses. They have long hair. Very, very conservative type of place. But of course, but I had a lot of fun with it, and I also kind of laughed at myself for a bit because I was about ready to enter armor territory. This is, you all know what I'm talking about. How in the world does a woman wearing a bikini top armor not die? Just does not die. How is this even possible? So I got around that because I really don't like bikini armor tops. I don't like them. I'm sorry. I don't like them. I can't stand them. I told my mother years and years and years ago, after she made a comment, well, you got such a great imagination, you should write a fantasy book. I said, well, if I did write a fantasy book, Mom, I wouldn't have bikini armor. She laughed. That was hilarious, a response that she got from me on that. So I actually have her dressed in a leather vest and kind of like a tunic kind of. I know I'm probably describing it wrong, but here's the thing: it's enchanted to be like armor. That basically it wards against attacks, poisons, all sorts of stuff. It literally is armor, and it does and it's interesting about how she buys it, and was actually in the 3rd chapter of the book. But when we are talking about these very kind of weird fantasy tropes of like the bikini armor and oh yes, the man gets like the great super armor, the woman gets the bikini armor. It literally is. I don't kid about this. It literally is just, oh, men like women in bikini armors even if they die. Even if they die. And of course, you see that in like RPG games where the woman is wearing the bikini armor. I'll take that over the ugly, ugly women thing that goes on. But yeah, so that's a lot of fun to write the different clothing, and definitely we'll talk about nobility. I had a lot of fun, like sitting there and like describing what each of the members of the court are wearing, and I described their clothes like only once in the whole, like when they appear. So I'm sitting there and I'm like typing it up or writing it in my little Bible. The Shadow King was really interesting to write as far as clothes were concerned. Um, so one of the things that I enjoyed about writing his clothing was I kind of wanted to reiterate the darkness that is what he is. So he had a lot of like raw, like deep, like dark purple and black, and also with him, he kind of wears this kind of like this hood, um, and he has like he got this like this really tall crown, and I kind of when I was thinking about this, I was like, dang, that sounds like the Witch King from Lord of the Rings. So I kind of had to shrink it down, shorten it a little bit, so it wouldn't look like it was 80 feet tall. But I mean, literally, like he wears so much gold. He literally wears so much gold. Um, had a lot of fun doing that. He has these boots from a creature that I've not yet quite figured out how to describe exactly like what kind of creature it is. It is weird enough. Weird enough. I decided to give Raylan the same kind of boots that he wears. So, like I said, that was a lot of fun to write. And yeah, I just writing clothing is so much fun. I love it. I literally am like just talk about like the buttons like on the vest, just like gold buttons. And with her, she has like gold buttons on her vest, but they're all like charmed to for like added protection. Lots of fun, so much fun to write. I just had a blast with it. I had a blast with like creating like the different little huts and stuff like that and everything. A lot of fun to do, and definitely something that if you do have the imagination to do, I would highly recommend that you do that. You know, take time in describing what people are wearing, um, because it kind of gives you this like idea of this world. But another aspect of doing this that I am really getting into, and this has not yet been done because I've not reached that point in the story, is the creation of like the first big town that she goes to. And all I'm going to say about it is that it looks like Cerulean blue. It's just this beautiful blue like stone that is actually crafted into like the bricks. So like it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I do have one additional thing about the town. It has this golden water fountain, and in the water fountain are all these little coins for wishes, going back to a time when people used to throw coins into the mall fountains. But anyways, so had a blast talking about this. I will be back in on January to do a little more book spotlight. um I'm still working through not working through all the books, because I did get through all of the books that I did pile up, but I am going to be continuing with that, unloading what books I've got and everything. I will say this, I next month I'm going to be picking up I'll pick up another Brandon Sanderson book. I'm really getting into Brandon Sanderson. I really happen to like his writing style, and I am going to pick up another Stephen King book. that is basically all I'm picking up for next month is Brandon Sanderson and Stephen King. Um, I That's a physical book. Digital, I will definitely be picking up. Was it the next Song of Ice and Fire? So I will be doing that, and I'm also going to get into watching the actual show because I really want to see why people like this show as much as they did. Alright, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.